Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. Chronic, John, Jan, Flashy, good morning. Well, Jan, then you just need to set up your explain and get the Zibo going, and then we do it. It's easy. I actually would like to do a group flight this evening again, a little bit of a flight together. So if you can do it by this evening, you're welcome to join us. We'll probably be online from about, I would say, 1600 Zulu approximately. We'll get together, start getting together. Ah, okay, cool. Flashy, what? No, Ryan, why do you keep on changing your name? That's a good question, I think. Good morning, McTryan. Good morning, Uncle John. Welcome on Discord.
Good morning, Nico.
How goes it?
Well, I've made an effort to try and be here for the start of this.
What, you mean you woke up?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
cool, cool. Well, you start with coffee. Then, if at all possible, you just put your fingers through your hair, just put it one side. If you've got hair, I haven't seen a picture if you don't know what you look like. So you just do a comb of some sorts, and then you just relax back in your chair, that's it. 2 steps.
He's got
I
no
have
hair.
the coffee. I have some cereal.
Uh-huh.
So let's go.
Yeah,
He's got
we
no hair.
going. Listen, I'm gonna type you something quickly. I spoke to Zibo yesterday. Just want to tell you something, but I don't want to broadcast it. So have a look there. I don't want to mention. I want to send you a message. All right, just like that. So in other words, we can just relax a little bit. So
Got ya.
yeah, okay. Right. So this morning we're flying virtual Ryanair. We're not going to fly the 700. It will be the 800. We're going to fly from Charleroi, um, to Turin. That's the one. That's the name of the other place. Oh, it's going to be a fun flight. They want us to fly 370. Not sure what PFPX told us to do. By the way, guys, I don't know if I'm the only one, but it seems that SimBrief is incapable of creating flight plans this morning, so I had to revert back to PFPX. There was just no way of getting a flight plan out of SimBrief. The moment you click on create a flight plan, it just bombed.
Morning, Paul.
Where's Paul?
I'm here just about.
Oh, okay,
I'm
cool.
feeling a bit viral, but good morning, everybody.
Oh shit, did you spend time on the wrong side of the border now or what?
Something like that, yes.
Shame. I hope you feel better soon, man.
Thanks.
Don't forget your face mask.
I hear this virus coming in from the east is quite a nasty one. Jan, to answer your question there, you don't know where to start with the setup. Um, oh, sorry, family just decided to leave now, so everybody's saying goodbye. Jan, I think the best would be to come join us on Discord and let's talk you through it to get you going. I mean, to install Explain is easy enough. To do the Zibo, you just use my guide. I mean, I spent months writing that thing already, so you just follow that. It's fairly straightforward. So just come join us on Discord after the stream, and then we can help you. Hello, Jose. Good morning.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Morning.
Flushy, don't worry, it's nothing so bad. But thanks for the sentiments.
Yeah. Awesome, Jan. Awesome. There's nothing on earth I hate more than the flu. The flu is just horrible. So, guys on Discord, did you have a good rest? Are you up and ready for today? Or trying? Did you not go to bed again?
No, I have been to bed, and just to confirm, SimBrief is up and running. I was able to get a plan.
Mm,
Just
okay. When I tried it like 20 minutes ago, I tried it first of all via Sim Toolkit. No go. Said gateway not found. And then I went to the actual SimBrief website, thinking I can do it there, and then import it into Sim Toolkit. Didn't. Just bombs.
oh well, it's working here. If
Cool.
suggested route, if you're interested. If not, tell me to shut up.
No, I've got everything under control. Everything is planned. I'm literally going to set up immediately.
Fair enough.
I forgot it was
Is
set to start
VATSIM
with.
weather behaving itself at the moment?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not using that somewhere there. Right. So we have interesting weather here today. We've got a bit of fog. The temperature is, I think it was 0 1 degrees. So we're gonna have to do some anti-icing. I'm just looking at the chart quickly. I don't see a specific de-icing bay. So what we'll do is we'll just push back and do the de-icing then again. So in for a treat. It's a bit of a surprise this morning. I'm glad we get some bad weather. All right. Okay, so let's start with our loading. Right, so the payload we're looking at is 18.6. And the fuel we need 7.3.
Ground to cockpit. Blood knowledge. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Guys, if I go too quick or if you want me to talk you through it, just tell me. I'm obviously just continuing as usual, so just interrupt me when you need something or ask something or say something.
We're okay so far.
All right, cool.
Is it worth mentioning anything about possible approaches, changes?
No. No. No, we're not gonna go into that now. Right, we'll do the ILS. Okay, so the way it looks in the planning is this. Let me show you guys. It takes us down over there to that VOR. So what I'm thinking of, and I'll check it now, you're going to watch it with me. We'll see if we can do this. What I want to do is then from there on, I'll do vectoring. So what I'll do is I'll fly out that way, come back, and then go on to this approach over here. So that's what I've got in my mind. Let's see if we can do something like that. So we have selected top as the entry point there, and we'll have a look.
Message there for you, Nico.
I'm busy reading it. Okay, Jason, I have, but the simple answer is just this. Don't overcomplicate it. Nobody expects you to all of a sudden become a load master in the 737. Alright, so what you do is when you look at your OFP, let me bring it up on the screen there. Alright, and if you look at the fuel, the quantity of fuel obviously goes into the fuel compartment, and then your payload, that amount, 18.6. All you do is you put it into that total. Whatever happens in here is at Zibo's discretion. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Alright, so all you do is you put your payload total in there, as you can see on screen there. Obviously, like I said, in the fuel compartment, you just put your 7.3. And that's it. You don't do anything else. You just leave it as is. The Zibo will do the rest. The guys are splitting hairs and getting terribly pedantic when it comes to, having to try and match something in this side of things to maybe what is written at the top. Just because it's planned at 160 passengers in PFPX or SimBrief doesn't mean you have to have 160 and your cargo needs to be 100% correct. It's absolutely irrelevant. That is the value that determines the performance and everything else. So don't let the rest worry you. I hope that helps. So let's look at the legs. We're going to disable the VOR. We don't need that. Let's look at this step through. Yeah.
Am I right in saying that you now need to put the CG in yourself as well now?
Yes. That we'll get to when we get there. Right, so that is exactly similar to what I proposed I was going to do. So it's going to use top, which is that waypoint there. It's going to go, sorry, I'm lying, this is top. It's going to use that VOR. What's that VOR called? Charlie Sierra Lima, sorry. That's Charlie Sierra Lima. It's going to go over and then use top. I'll probably do vectoring, because if I look at that shallow, or sharp turn there, that bend over there, it's not going to make it. So I'll probably just vector and then get back onto the Elna. Good morning, Martin. Good morning, Jet Noise. You're welcome, Jason. Right, I think that takes care of that for us. So just see there's no jumping back, and then we've got the go around. Right. Okay, so our reserves is 1.8. Cost index will be 6 for Ryanair. I see I made it 20. Okay, so let's stick to 20. We don't want to confuse anybody. It's supposed to be 6, but obviously never change that, so we'll keep it as that. Good morning, Alba Pino.
Good morning, sir.
Right, and the flight will be using 3.4. Right, I see we've got our 7.3 tons of fuel loaded, so we can continue. 370 is expected. Ah, hold a second, my wife's calling. Right, all sorted. Hello, Dimitri. Good morning from South Africa. And aviation is -6. Alright, execute in one limit. What does TopCat tell us today? TopCat says TO2 without any assumed temperature. So we're going to keep it as that. That looks fine to me. Alright, take off. Flaps 5. This CG... Ah, Uncle John, he's put it back. It works again. You can just click it. Just wanted to say we can go fetch it from the tablet, but he's put it back.
What's he playing? That's like a yo-yo.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got his reasons. Oh, that landing weight is borderline. We'll keep an eye on that. Circle a bit if we have to. I don't foresee any problem. I think that might just be a calculation issue. Alright, so we're going to leave it at that. What is this actual heading of this runway? Let's grab it and have a look. 244.
Well, that didn't work.
What, McTry?
Well, you said the other day that if you spoke into your mic, it stayed live, but you actually have to be transmitted.
Oh, okay.
Well, I tried speaking into the mic to keep it live, but that didn't.
That's strange. Well, we'll do what we have to do. We
I
can
just
figure it out later. Yes, Jose.
I I just pushed the talked button.
Yeah, just press it every now and then, I
Yeah,
suppose.
it was just something you said the other day,
Yeah.
and I thought I would try it.
Okay. Well, so we learn. So we live and learn. All right. What else do we need to do? Thank you, Dimitri. Towards the TBM. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, welcome aboard our flight today. We're wrapping up the final paperwork here to get you on your way momentarily.
Good morning, Mohammed.
Thank you so much for your company and business. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Again, welcome aboard.
Captain Hatcher on the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until all carry items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
Right. Let's see how many minutes remain. We're at 12:40. So we've got 7 minutes and a couple of seconds to burn here. Otherwise, they don't give me all my points for the VA.
So question time.
Oh, we can look at some of the information at hand. So this is where we are at. Let's just connect ourselves. That's where we are. This is our runway. We're going to take off runway 24. This is the preferred runway at Charleroi. I was reading through the briefings and stuff earlier this morning, making sure that we're okay. What I'm going to do is just basically push back and just do the de-icing over there. I won't go through the whole FCOM version. I'll just do the normal, flight simulator version. And then obviously move towards that runway and get going. Just need to get my checklist in the correct position so I can actually do it by the book. Right, so then we can look at our departure. As far as I believe, we're going to turn out like this, go on to SPI and then continue on our way. On this side, we're going to come in, hit that Charlie Sierra Lima VOR, go past, turn back to top, and then just do the approach like that. Dimitri, I'm in fact on the west coast. If you check my other stream, the previous stream, we actually went to Santa Ana. We're at John Wayne now, but it's not on Pilot Edge. One day is one day I'll rejoin Pilot Edge. I had a good run previously, but I've had issues with the time zones. Obviously they've now expanded their timing as well, so it's much easier to get there, but I'll get there one day again. I'll show you just now Albapina. Right, let's just quickly look at our ILS. So we're going to come in from there, get onto our ILS. I don't see that we need to use more than Cat 1 ILS according to the META right now, so that's our minimums we're going to look at. We'll be descending to 4,000 feet for the intercept there, and we've got our normal localizer and ILS frequencies. Right, and this is 989 for the airport elevation. We'll be landing 36 taxi back just all the way somewhere. There we'll find a parking. And that's about the briefing, guys. Let's actually go back to that one and move it out of the way. Right, where is PFPX? Let me show you that. So in PFPX, when you actually do your flight planning, there, that field, cruise altitude, flight level. So all you do, if you want to specify one, you just type whatever you want, flight level 250, and then continue doing your planning, and then when you create the flight plan, it will use that value instead of the default optimal value. So that's how you do it in PFPX. Dimitri, I don't know, but I can tell you one thing. As soon as I can, I'll be there.
Hello.
Hello, Arkan.
Good afternoon.
Steve, you'll have to speak to somebody that's got the SOP of an airline that can tell you that you don't have to pull all four, but the guys also use it as a sort of code. And I think once you go on the runway, all four should be on, and then before landing, I know the last time that I flew jump seat, the guys used two of those, and I can't remember which two, to actually signal to the ATC that they are okay and are going to land normally. When you fly at night, it was interesting to listen to the guys about that conversation. But you're gonna have to ask somebody that actually uses them, for a better technical explanation. Hey, Krister. Right, so we've got 2.25 minutes left. We might as well get all these guys going. Close our doors, get rid of our ground services.
You got your QNH set there, Nico?
No, I don't. Not yet. Thank you for reminding me. I would have picked it up shortly, but thank you. Better push back. Request to push back.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Just import my flight plan quickly as well. So we get it into our active sky. Jose, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And you are sitting here on channel with me, so you actually hear me say that too. Thank you so much.
It's a big pleasure.
I can't remember my QNH now. You've caught me by surprise. Let me go back to something. So 1021. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed.
Well,
Easy
I know
to
it sounds a
connect.
bit amateurish, but couldn't you just set the altitude, adjust the
Of
QNH
course.
until the ground level's
Of
right?
course you can. Of course you can.
Well, it was a stream or two ago. You noticed that the weather engine was broken because the ground level wasn't in the right place.
Yeah. Krister. Yeah, Paul, we routinely did it in the real world. If you wanted to get the QNH, just set the field elevation. That gives you the QNH. So you can do it that way around as well. And, I mean, you saw me change that thing, and I immediately noticed, no, that's how I actually noticed that the weather engine was broken. It's because the
Tow
two didn't
connected and
correspond
bypass
with
pin
each other. They
inserted.
didn't
Rigid
tie up,
parking brake.
So, good observation. Oh, jet noise. Yeah. No. What we do is we take the takeoff gross weight CG. Well, takeoff CG, sorry. forget about close weight. Take off CG. So that is the one that we take in this one. So I hope that answers your question. So it's 27.0. Yeah. So just to confirm, there you go. And yes, sorry, I am obviously talking a whole bunch of stories today, but it is connected to your gross weight CG for your takeoff, obviously. So there you go. All right. Okay. So let's just make sure that everything is okay. Everybody is in the right place. Ooh, and I've got the wrong livery, so I might as well cancel this Ryanair flight. Oops. I clean forgot to change that. So bye bye. I'll do the Ryanair one later then. Right. Everything here seems fine, and let's push back.
Starting
Strapping,
pushback and you may
guys,
start
strapping.
engines.
I'm strapped in, but they're a bit tight.
We can hear that.
Lose some weight then.
Yeah, pull in the belly.
Are you suggesting I'm overweight, JR?
No comment. No comment.
Christer, I saw your comment, but it was too late for me to really think straight and to comment back at you, and I also forgot to go back. I didn't have any problems with it yesterday. It was running very nicely for me. Um, okay, that makes sense. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it just shows you, you need to double check some stuff. And that's why I also go back to some of my videos just to check what I did wrong. One of the things that I am struggling with at this point in time, which I'm not going to discuss really right now, is the go-arounds. There seems to be issues with the go-arounds. So I'm going to do my best to go and iron them out. And then obviously speak to Zibo about that as well, because I've had a
Paul, are
surprise.
you here?
Hello.
McIntosh,
Are,
yes.
are you going to ensure that we do a go around this morning by staying with?
It's got
Well,
a high probability, isn't it?
it was entertaining, but we've done that one now. I'll think of something else.
Okay, cool.
Paul certainly lives up to his name.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Right, brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Thank you, sir. You do what you need to do. Right, so we have an outside air temperature of 2 degrees, so we are required to do the de-icing thing. In actual fact, no, we're not. I'm just reading through the checklist. Between 1 and 10 with visible reported moisture of any kind, engine ice and wing anti-ice must be on, so that's fine, and we taxi with flaps up. All right, so we don't have to do the de-icing, but we have to use the anti-ice.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
So we
Hand
can
signal on
actually
the
start
right.
the
We'll
engines
see
then.
you next time on Have a Safe Flight.
Thank you, goodbye. Christer, thank you. It was fun. I got one dislike. Somebody on here disliked that stream. I wish they could give reasons and tell me why, but obviously somebody just didn't like it, so can't help for that. I loved it. It was cool. Good stuff. Glad you like it. Right, so we are now required to activate our anti-icers. Right, and we can kill you now. We don't need you. So the rule says that we need to taxi with flaps up until we get before the runway, basically to the holding point, which isn't far, it's right here by us. And then the wing anti-ice must be on during all ground operations between engine start and takeoff. So the nice thing about the Boeing, and you'll see it, I'm not going to switch that one off. What will happen is in the takeoff run, it will kick it off for us, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to leave the engine anti-ice on and then scroll through this checklist.
Isn't there also a time limit as to
Yes,
how long you can leave the wing
30
anti-ice on
seconds.
for?
It's 30 seconds according to the FCOM. You only switch it on 30 seconds, then you have to switch it off, otherwise the ice will build up around it.
Yeah, also it can start, I believe, to potentially damage because you've got no
Yes,
cooling air.
yeah. And above 35,000 feet, you never use it because you could cause a catastrophic decompression.
Yeah.
Right.
Cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
There's the flaps. Thank you, lady. We shall do that. Let's get our setup correct. Don't need you. The ice is correct. Pressurization is correct. I think we're ready to go. And the controls are fine as well. So let's go. Christer, the only time I like weather like this is when I have the fireplace going. You know, and you're geared for it. In South Africa, when it looks like this, we just get cold. We don't like it. We're not geared for this at all. Well, at least not most of the people I know.
Chronic.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
that
not
virus.
good news at all.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Runway 24.
Did you see how potentially how many people they're hoping to track in the UK, Jay?
No.
Yeah, I mean, they've had problems in Scotland, have they not?
Well, it's actually 17 people now in the UK that have been tested. Some are cleared, but they reckon 40,000 people have come from that.
There's no more flights into the UK, is there, from there?
No, well, the airport is closed. But you don't appreciate just how many Chinese university students there are around the world.
Chinese, 1,000. Iranian, these are the mostly populated foreign countries.
How can you very soft? We're really struggling to hear you.
I said that China, India, Iran, there are lots of students from these countries all over the world.
Yeah. They migrate greatly.
What was really quite relevation when you think that that Chinese city, Woking or whatever it's called, the population is nearly the same as London.
Right, so we are about to turn to our left over there.
By the way, I'm going to stream. I'm leaving for a while. Okay?
Okay, enjoy.
Have a good flight.
See you,
Speak
Talk
soon.
later, Arkan.
See you.
Right, looks like we're leaving the clouds behind, so we'll keep an eye on the engine anti-ice and get rid of that if there's no more moisture. And as you guys can see, that wing anti-ice kicked off during the takeoff run, so we don't have to worry about that now. Kapitan, good morning.
and presumably you can auto turn engine anti-ice.
What do you mean, McTrine?
Didn't you have engine anti-ice on as well?
Yeah, I'm going to switch him off now. I was just waiting to really clear the clouds.
Okay.
Nice and cloudy. Okay, John.
Clouds look good though.
Yep. I must say this active sky cloud textures really looks great. Kapitan, I didn't even see you ask a question. No, this is active sky with active sky performance clouds, and I'm also using Xvision with a vivid preset. So that's about the environment that I've got.
Gone back to active clouds, active sky again.
Yeah, I got rid of SkyMax Pro a while ago. The reason I installed it was to get the what do you call it, the reflection of the landing lights on the clouds at night. And then in all the months, the 2 months I had it running, or no, probably a month and a half that I had it running, I flew twice at night. And I thought, man, oh, it's not worth it then.
No, I was thinking in terms of you're not using the Sim Toolkit Pro weather input.
Oh, no, because the SimBrief was dead in it this morning. I got rid of it. You understand? So you just told me that SimBrief was working again. When I tried it twice this morning, it didn't work. So there's
No,
point
I
in
was
having.
thinking about the weather engine
Yeah,
in Sim.
I understand, but I just closed Sim Toolkit completely then.
Oh, alright, okay.
Yeah. Dominic, I have no opinion on it. I've never had it, never used it, and probably never will. I'm happy with what I've got. So I don't know. Yes, Capitan, that is the procedure. You do the whole Vivid thing, whole Xvision Vivid thing. Once that is done and completed, then you run the Active Sky installer for the clouds, and then just quickly put it in. So it basically overwrites whatever the Vivid did in terms of the clouds.
It's a pity you didn't have Sim Toolkit Pro running though, because it
Yeah.
means we can't crack.
Sorry. I understand, but sorry. Yeah, one of those
No,
things.
not a problem. I was thinking about going to join you, but because
Guys, just as a matter of interest, that bot message that came up just now about Twitch in the week. I'm completely unable to use Twitch because of this internet cable breakage that South Africa is experiencing. I can't even watch somebody on Twitch at this point in time because the latency and the packet loss is just too much. So that's why I continuously stick to YouTube at this point in time. Jan, if you are still on the stream, I did give you your permissions for Discord, so you're welcome to join us. You can't get into the room we are without me dragging you in or giving you that specific permission, but you're welcome to come to the Skymatics FPO and I'll drag you in if you need.
where is it? Harken lips, Nika?
I think it's Ankara, isn't it?
Turkey.
It is Turkey, isn't it? I see there's been I hope he's a long way away, but they've had an earthquake overnight, or yesterday afternoon.
I'm sure he would have told us if he was affected.
Yeah. It's in quite a desolate area by all accounts, but it's done quite a bit of damage.
Krister, the rule of thumb with flight simming is very, very simple. You get a couple of cowboys that really rip the dam from under the ducks when it comes to that kind of thing, especially on Watson and these guys. There is only one weather that counts when you are in the simulator, and it's the weather that you are experiencing in the simulator at that point in time. The real world Twitter account, the flight radar, any other website or thing that you can think of is absolutely irrelevant. It's like asking the weather on Mars because of time delays, because of whatever reason it might not coincide. There could be a standard operating procedure in use or whatever. So that's the basis of the argument. So to answer your question, it depends on what is in your flight simulator. So if you are going to use active sky, then obviously active sky is where you need to look for your winds. If you're going to use some toolkit that is linked to NOAA, you can find that in your OFP. So then you use your SimBrief OFP for the winds. The thing of the OFP winds are they like 12 hours old, or they get taken at night sometime. You know, you'll see there it gives you the time it was taken. Sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 12 at night, sometimes 12 the previous day. So the only way to really have live weather for your descent page is to look in active sky, as far as I know, because that's going to be your weather engine. So that's obviously relative and relevant.
I love this word Noah. I keep on looking for these arc weather stations. Are they manned by animals?
Probably a chimpanzee and a orangutan, you know? I think they take turns. At night it's the orangutan and in the day it's the chimp. Dimitri, no, I did not edit the Vivid preset at all. The only thing I do is, like I said earlier, I just overwrite the cloud section of it with the clouds from Active Sky. I don't know. Let me go check. I didn't know there was more than one Vivid preset. Let me go have a look, see if it's the same guy. Yeah, it's the same one. It's the same one. There is the link for the guys that don't have it. It's the same guy. Good morning, Joe. Hello, Joe.
Good morning. How are you?
Very well, and you?
Excellent. Thank you.
Well, we're snaking our way across Europe here. It's a bit of a zigzag snake form like path that we are flying, but so far so good. It looks fine.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah. McTrine, you're not a member of Virtual Ryanair, eh?
No.
Just asking.
No, I'm not committed to doing a whole load of scheduled flights. Not my
Understand.
Have you loaded the latest Habitat into your sim?
Yeah, I did. This is the latest one.
They added some new features, didn't they?
Yeah, like this.
Thought it might be something to talk about.
Oh, we can talk about it. Let's zoom in a little bit. Come now. Well, there's an airport behind us. I'm not sure why it's not feeding. There we go. There's the map. So it likes zoom level 9. So basically what the new one gives us, if we go to our little gear there, we can now enable or disable the airports, the airstrips, also the heli and
That might
seaports.
be your problem because of your download speeds currently.
Yeah,
Nick.
could be.
Did you just overwrite that one, or did you delete the old one and put this one in?
I just overwrite the old one. Nice addition.
Also, did everybody integrate Navigraph into SimKit Pro properly?
I had it, yeah, or I have it. Yes, it is in there.
Because it's a little bit of a process.
Ooh, I did it a while ago. I can't remember that it's such a big deal. Where are you stuck? Can you talk me through it, and I can maybe help you?
No, I finally figured it out. You have to go into the Navigraph, page, and there's a download section. I forget to press the button. There's a download section specifically for SimKit Pro that integrates it into SimKit Pro.
Gee, I can't remember having to do that, to be quite honest. I'm not sure. I think what happened is, look, I had the desktop charts running already, and I think it just picked up on that. I'm not sure, to be honest. Now you got me. I'll have to investigate that.
Yeah, it's in the Navigraph FMS Data Manager, right? You open that up.
Oh, yeah. Got it. Yeah, you have to.
You
You're
remember that?
talking about the RITAX cycle. Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Got it.
yes.
No, I was.
Because it defaults
Yeah. Sorry, I was
to
focusing
1801.
on the program. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That was a bit of an issue. It took me a moment or two to figure out where to put the update into my documents, to get it running. But you say you figured it out now.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I went on the Discord channel and I asked, and Dan sent me to the link. And once he did that, it was simple.
Yeah. Dimitri, there was a whole discussion between me and Volko and some other guys on Volko's forum. The way that Active Sky works, and the fact that it's got its own custom METAR file, and the same goes now for SimToolkit Pro, it also uses that custom METAR file. It will never integrate into the Avitab unless somebody writes a plugin, whether it's Volko or a user or anybody else writes the code for the tablet to read that METAR file. So forever and a day, until that is sorted, you will not get the correct details here in the Avitab. So know whether information is available. The moment you go to some plugin or something that uses default explain whether or manipulates default explain whether, this will work again. Otherwise you're stuck. Gear down and locked. Good morning. Yes, this is the latest one. So I'll keep this chart handy for later. So 2 and 3. That's the other one.
I was just looking at the charts just now. Which approach you use?
Tell you now. We are using the VEROB or Vero 1 Bravo approach. So it's going to take us to that VOR, the Charlie Sierra Lima one. And then we're going to basically overfly it and just vector ourselves back onto Tango Oscar Papa and then do the approach.
If you use Vero 2A. Just checking your Navigraph, that goes direct to Turin from VEROB.
Okay, let's go back. You say we go to the arrival and the which one? Vero 2A.
2A.
Yeah, okay, true, but look at that angle again. We're getting the same. We actually get a better angle if we use that VOR, so we can make like a square box to come back. If you go from VEROB directly to that one, you almost have to do 180-degree turn to get back. You see why I didn't choose it?
Yeah, you could make a
A hold.
fix if you wanted
Or you could
to.
go in the
Offside.
hold, and as you come out of the hold, you can get on there. That's another way of doing it.
Make a fix. Yeah, but I was just looking at other options rather than you having to vector that. Was
Right, so less than 200 nautical miles to go for top of descent, and everything's looking fine. I even remembered to release the passengers. Guys, what else can I tell you? What do you need to know? Uncle John, are you back already?
I am, sir.
Wait, you're so quiet.
Yeah, I'm listening and I'm reading.
Okay.
Nico, I looked at an approach into Paro, BQPR.
Yeah.
You ever look at that approach?
Many times, yeah.
Really? Oh my God, interesting.
Last time we flew in there, we were like 16 guys and about 4 of us actually landed.
I think I remember seeing that. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't broadcast that specific one, but yeah, it was a VATSIM group flight thing we did, and it was horrific. The guys all went into the mountain there.
Did you hand fly that?
At one point, yeah. You know that final turn where you've got that little notch in the hill on your right hand side, and you have to kind of creep around it to get to the runway. Just before that, that's about where I took over and started flying it on my own.
That's a special certification in real world to
Oh yeah,
fly into the airport.
yeah. Not many guys have
Oh,
that.
very much so. Yeah. Couple of years ago, there were only 16 pilots that were authorized to fly in there.
It's just daylight operations in there.
Yeah, and only good weather. If you've got any overcast or stuff, it's very dangerous because of those mountains, because there's no escape. Once you go into that valley, you're committed. You need to land.
So how would they schedule flights into that airport?
I think they just schedule them on the condition that if the weather turns south, they don't go. So that's a difficult one, very difficult one.
I'd have
Am
a
I right
look.
in thinking, Mac, that both pilots have got to be certified as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 8 crews certified.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, well, something happened to the pilot, right? The co-pilot would be
Have to.
responsible.
If the no, that's not true. If the other pilot isn't qualified, it means he immediately has to divert. Because they have had this situation. I'm trying to remember where it was. Nice, I think it was, where the co-pilot wasn't qualified and the pilot became incapacitated, so they had to divert elsewhere.
Well, McTrying, if the guy gets incapacitated once that aircraft has gone into the valley, that guy's going to have to climb like hell to get out of that valley.
Oh yeah, but if he's above decision height, he should still be able to do climb.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, we need to do it. You know what, McTrying, I never published the group flight. I'll do it just after the stream for tonight for Wellington.
Oh, are we going back down there, are we?
I think we need to. Yeah, I want to take a couple of guys with me. If it's only me and one or two guys, it's not going to be fun. I want a couple of guys to come and fly the Wellington Queenstown flight with us. You know,
Well,
so
aircraft is currently sat at Wellington, waiting for you.
okay, cool. So I'll publish that just after the stream on the Zibo Pilots group, and then see how many guys we can muster up to go with us. If it's a flop today, we'll do it next week again. But the next one, we're gonna do Paro then. All right. There we go. Chris is also there.
Scary stuff.
Yeah, only one way to beat that, and that's to practice. You know, let's go do Wellington again.
Which way are you proposing or suggesting? I'm still trying to work out, given that video I showed you the other day, whether they get special compensation to actually fly the RNAV, even though it's documented as only being a Cat B approach.
I don't know. Look, I'm not going to split hairs when it comes to, this group flight of ours. Any and everybody can do it the way they want to fly it. You know.
Oh no, I accept that, but I was just thinking about what we saw happened in real life in the video.
I know.
Compared with the charts that we have. And we know that they get approvals for doing certain things, certain airlines.
Please negotiate with her. Let's do that. Let's get a couple of you guys. There's 23 guys watching, and obviously some of you are here in Discord with us. Guys, you are all welcome. We'll probably depart just after 1700 Zulu from Wellington in New Zealand down to Queenstown. I've just put a link into the chat, and for some reason it's not allowing even me to put the link in there. I don't know why. This is really annoying me that Streamlabs have made this mess, and nobody's talking to me. I've left 2 messages for support. They're just ignoring me like a stop street. They don't care. So I don't know. This is really sad.
That's gonna be a little bit too late for me, Nico.
Yeah.
At that time.
I know.
Like 1 o'clock in the morning here for me, roughly.
Yeah. But whatever, I mean, whoever comes, if we can have as many guys as possible there, we're going to do it on VATSIM. And if you don't have VATSIM and you don't want to deal with ATC or flying online, come and do it anyway with us. So just enjoy it. And then obviously join us on Discord and we'll have a nice big chat as we're doing that. Why is it not allowing?
17, did you say?
1700.
Yeah, no, I have to bail out. Sorry, it's like 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning probably for me.
That's fine. Alright, I'm gonna try and send this link again because this is highly annoying. Send it. Doesn't want to. It's crazy.
Are you going to fly that Wellington one real time and hope that sunrise take?
Yeah. It should be. At that point in time, it should be strong sunrise already.
That's what I'm thinking. That sounds like a good time to fly.
Crester, any time can work, even 900 Zulu, but it's not going to work for the group flight because we won't be there that time. We'll be there at 1700 Zulu.
Christian, 0900 Zulu, it'd still be dark in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's currently 8:16 p.m. around here.
See if it shows you guys that URL. That's what we want to achieve. That is the approach. So I hope you guys actually see that.
Yes.
Okay. So I've got to actually do this from the YouTube stream control panel. Weird.
The music on that video's a bit dramatic, isn't it?
Oh, I suppose. But it's still a nice freaking video.
Oh, I'm not saying it isn't by any.
So if the winds are in our favor, we'll do this exact approach like this guy in this video has done. And hopefully there will be some cloud for us as well, you know, so we're going to fly by the seat of our pants there to get into that little valley over that water, that little lake, and land.
So this is runway 05, yeah?
Yep.
And this is the RNAV approach as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys see this or if I've now got the wrong link, but I can only see 144p resolution. It's terrible on this video. I'm not used to it being this bad. Maybe I got the wrong video of it or the wrong version of it, but see, there's another one here.
No, there is only 144 on this one.
Okay, hold on. Here's another one. Hopefully this has got a better option. No, also only 144. What did they do? Why? Ah, got it.
Maybe that was all it was recorded.
Negative, sir. Negative. Have a look at this one. No, it looks like it was hijacked by some goody two shoes that didn't know what he was doing. There you go. There's the proper link. I don't know why somebody would steal someone else's video and then do such a bad job of it. Sorry, I didn't realize somebody hijacked it.
That's much better.
Yeah. Check. This is what it must look like. Well, now you know the plan for tonight. That is what we are after. That is what we need, what we want. Okay,
that's quite a scary thought, flying there, knowing you've got to go down through cloud and don't know what's under.
Well, that's why it's so important to get IFR certified and to learn and to get education and practice. You know, that's why we are here. So, right, let's quickly have a look at setting up this approach. So, where is my display capture? Right, we're going to do a Cat 1. I'll use 1139 for the decision altitude there. We're going to intercept at 4,000, so that's where we're going to descend to. And like I said, we're going to go over, vector, and just come back. Localizer and approach course that we've got, and our go around is 4,000. I'll do my best not to go around again today.
Lima, India, Mike, Foxtrot, airport information, Juliet 0820, Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 8000, sky condition 4400, scattered, temperature 3, dew point -1, QNH 1025. Advise on initial contact you have information, Juliet. Lima.
I'm not going to worry about all of those things right now. We really don't have to do it, unless one of you really want me to do it, but no, I'm just skipping it. Joshua, ja, dis waar. Right, what else do we need to do? Check the ILS frequency. That would be a good one. Good idea, I suppose. Alright, that's about it. We're set. According to Active Sky, we might have a bit of fog there. It's not part of the METAR as such. It says 8,000 feet visibility, but there seems to be a bit of fog. We'll see how close we can get to land without a go around and any issues. The runway does support the Cat 3 auto land as well, so we have options. Very cloudy. That dew point is very close to the actual temperature, so the humidity in the air must be quite high.
those clouds look awesome.
Oh yeah, and the mountains. The mountains caught my eyes actually first. And now that I come here, this is an awesome screenshot opportunity. One thing with doing the whole setup this way compared to the SkyMax Pro is I get much better cloud coverage with much less frame rate hit. So I mean, if you look here, it's almost, well, it's to the horizon at the back, so you can't have it that far with my rig as such. You know, it's not comparable.
That looks excellent.
Yeah, I love it. Right, so we're just waiting for the slowdown to happen, then I'll put the seatbelt signs on and go down to land.
Nico, any talk of migrating the Zibo into Microsoft 2020?
Not a chance.
Yeah, it's not really compatible. The way I understand it, and I might be wrong, but the way I understand it, it's gonna have to be rewritten completely. So if Zibo is up to that, he hasn't said so that I know of, but I don't know.
Remember, the current plane is based on a laminar one to start.
Yeah, to start with. Yeah, so he's going to need a whole new base.
Right.
Now somebody will literally have to create the whole model then again from scratch.
Nico, you're using that Vivid preset, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. It really is nice. Have they done any updates to that, or is it the same one that you're using?
It was September the 9th or something last year that they updated, so that one.
Okay.
That
Is
shot
it?
out of the left side is beautiful.
Oh
Beautiful.
yes, yes. Yeah, and that's orthos as well, Joe.
I can see snow. Is that part of the orthos or is
Yeah.
it seasons?
No, that's part of orthos. That's the
Beautiful.
way the photos were taken. Press the wrong button. C is next to V, and then I go out of this aircraft, like the ejection button.
You sure that C isn't for ejectors?
I made the joke that it is for the ejection button because you press it and there you go. Ta-da! Bye. Capitan, I just noticed your sentence there, the only problem one. I must be honest, I haven't looked at it that critical. For me, it's okay. I don't mind. And I fly at night a lot. I don't mind that they are dark. It's supposed to be really dark. Have you considered adding extended night lights to maybe just brighten it up a little bit at night? Check these clouds, man. Right, anyway, so the rule says 2 minutes actually before going into clouds. At this temperature, you need to have your anti-ice on. So let's hope we've got 2 minutes to get in there. It's still minus 12, so it's a good idea to do that. Hey, Sentinel, good morning. Yep, you made it. Almost there. You're so quiet, guys. You better wake me up when we get there. Okay. Why are you so far from your mic?
Because I'm drinking coffee.
Okay, rub it in. Rub it in. I don't have any coffee with me. I've got nothing to drink yet. Maybe I must run and just fetch some water or something. Ach, it's so close to landing. We'll wait.
And some chocky bickies to go with it.
Ay, ay, ay. Bring a packet of those with when you come, please. I want to see what they're like.
Life of luxury for our JF.
Oh, yeah. And when you reach, you reach. You can't help it.
When
4
will
weeks.
Uncle John be arriving to you?
22nd.
4 weeks today. Just arrived. 4 weeks today.
How long are you staying, Uncle John?
2 weeks.
You'll enjoy South Africa. Very nice place.
I'm looking forward to it.
You have a whole itinerary planned out?
Speak to the boss.
We've got a whole bunch of things on the list, but we don't have like a actual fixed roster because I'm working, so we're gonna have to fit things in between work, you know, or we're going to have to utilize the 2 weekends, you know, to max capacity. But we'll see. We'll try and fit as much in as what we possibly can.
On that note, just bear in mind, guys, 4 weeks today, Nico will not be streaming at this time.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be at the airport fetching Uncle John.
Well, we'll just expect a live stream.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
You can give the captain of his arriving aircraft your own score, Nick.
Yeah. I'll stand at the at the deck and give him a score. Yeah.
So walk in as I'm getting off the aircraft, just pop in and just give him the score.
What airlines do you fly in? I'm sorry.
Sorry, no. The go for it, Uncle John. Tell him the airlines.
Air France. About 5 minutes ago, it was taxiing to the gate.
What, you mean they're not on strike today?
Stop it.
Trip time?
Say again?
Trip time, how long?
10 hours, 10 hours 10, 10 hours 20. Out of Charles de Gaulle.
You realize they only speak French. They don't translate into English.
That's their problem, not mine. What was it? You just thrown me. I was going to say something then.
Uncle John, just think about it. It'll come back.
We really ought to find out who the captain is so that he can make an announcement on approach into Johannesburg. Or, is it Johannesburg?
Yeah.
Yeah, Johannesburg, out of Charles de Gaulle.
As he's approaching, captain can turn around and say, just for the benefit of JR, we'll be doing a go-around this.
Compliments of Paul.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be watching you on flight radar, John, don't you worry.
Imagine they get to go around. Uncle John's going to sit there. Bastard, Paul, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Air France 995.
Paul, you shouldn't have watched.
You've got to live stream it, Nick.
I'll have to buy some data and make sure.
Just so that we can somehow get Paul there.
I tell you what, I know Paul. His magnetic personality is so strong. If he just puts Flight Radar 24 on, it's enough. You know, he doesn't need more. Nah.
I think I might text the pilot to find out who's flying that day and pre-warn him. Paul Paul's putting the mockers on you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Check. Paul is here with us now. Okay, and I'm gonna do a perfect landing. You'll see it's not Paul's fault. You are all just ganging up against him. I know.
It's great.
You shouldn't say that.
Shh. If I stuff up, then at least it's my fault now.
I think I might bribe somebody at Joburg to say that John's luggage has gone missing.
No,
That's-
you can't do that.
do
There's
that,
valuable cargo in.
Yeah, there's
I
cargo.
know, that would be a terrible trick to play. Yes, I wouldn't do that. It's funny to think about it, though.
It is.
It's coming in hand luggage anyway, that.
You can just imagine John carrying it in his carry-on bag so that he can get it out as they're coming in on a.
Can you imagine somebody sitting next to me?
Yeah, that old lady, her eyes open wide, and you go, "Don't worry, I'll get us on the ground just now."
Just plug it into the USB socket.
Yeah.
And,
So okay, well, it's my turn now.
and attach it to the table.
These bloody backseat drivers.
I'll beat Paul somehow.
Paul is one of the main attractions on this channel, so don't you piss him off, okay?
Listen, I'm working on it.
Uncle John.
I'm actually feeling sorry for him at the moment because he's not overly well.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that, John.
So,
Say I do love you.
Yeah, that's where mercy and grace comes into. Right, well, that vectoring didn't last long. I mean, I just had to basically fly a little bit further on, and then I just went back to the LNAV, and we're going to take this approach as it comes.
Sounds good.
Notwithstanding the missed approach.
Of course, this is just presuming so far that the ILS is going to attach itself.
Yeah, we're hoping.
Glad you like it, Krista.
Hello, Jan. Where am I?
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, fine. I'm just looking around. It seems like I'm out of my ortho area. For some reason.
Sea is getting degraded already. This might not end well.
Well, you've got snow in the distance there, so that's ortho, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like we've just gone out of the ortho area. Ooh, look at this. This is beautiful.
But we're thankful for the sentiments, Krista. Trust me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cody actually was on stream with us one evening, hey guys, and he actually bought me a McDonald's coffee and he had it delivered at my house. He's sitting in Las Vegas. Yeah, he's sitting in Las Vegas. He got on the internet, purchased the coffee. I think it was $3.95, including the delivery. And the next moment, the guy stops here at my door, gives me my cappuccino, and we're all still on stream. That was funny. That was cool.
If you remember, you even shared a little bit with your daughter.
Yes, even that a bit. Yeah. Well, it's money making time. And Active Sky was not wrong on that map view. Look at this. We're in the milk. Looks like it's auto land time.
Don't do that. I want to see a missed approach. Don't upset Paul.
Paul is
It
not
will be
feeling well.
fine. It'll be fine.
We'll do it when Paul's feeling better again. Can you imagine how sore his throat's going to be if he starts screaming and shouting at me about that go around? Shame, man.
What about course settings?
Done, Uncle John?
And it's not showing an incompatibility, are it?
No. I read it off the actual FMC because I think on the chart, let me get it up on the screen. On the chart, it actually says 002. So it's up by about 2 degrees. So I had to check it on the FMC.
Yeah, no. As you say, wise move. Don't go by the charts, go by the echo.
For sure. Right, flaps 30 auto land, here we come. Christer, it's very important, yeah, you have to. One of the big things with the Zibo that a lot of guys complain about is they get to the stage, they press the approach button and this aircraft turns 180 degrees backwards or somewhere else on any other course. So there's two things to watch out for. Number one, they didn't identify the ILS properly and it was picking up downwind ILS, for instance. That's why it turns back 180 degrees. All right. The other thing is that strikeout that occurs. It's easy enough to pick it up. If you press INET reference over here, it shows you there's your ILS frequency and there's your course heading. This is what the aircraft is expecting. So if you're going to put the Navigraph chart 002 in there, it's a mismatch, and that's why you get the strikeout. So there's a couple of things you really need to pay attention to. Also, one of the things that keep on tripping guys is they don't do the step through with the legs list, and there are more than one instance. Lisbon is notorious for this. It changes the order of those two final approach points, and then what happens is you pass the first one because it's not in play yet, you hit the second one, and then the aircraft turns around to try and catch the first one again because it's out of order. And that's why it's imperative to check your legs list to make sure that it's all in order, and then we always have to remove that odd one out. You know, another big tip, guys don't seem to believe that that's an issue, and trust me, it's a big issue.
That may have been fixed if you remember by Zibo's comment because there was a problem with departure with incorrect arranged waypoint. And
Yeah,
he said that would be fixed in the next release, so
I
it
recall
made
something
him
like that.
carry out.
I recall something like that. Have a look. Let's see if this aircraft can auto land. Let me just get my feet on the pedals and make sure we're okay.
You've got visuals. You don't need to do
Yeah, go manual.
Shh. Are you feeling better now?
Approaching minimums.
Damn, it's going to be a straightforward landing.
You hadn't even got any wind.
Ah.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
He's going to find it hard to find excuses to talk away the man.
Fortunately, I don't have to do it.
That was very sweet. Give you that.
Good morning, Uncle John.
Yeah, but he didn't land it.
I did. This was me landing. It wasn't auto land. I purposefully switched it off because you were moaning. It was me landing, not autopilot.
Remaining.
Christer, I added 10 knots on the VREF for the auto land. So what happened was I started pulling back on the throttle when we got to about 100. I started slowly pulling back. And then obviously you have a delay in what you see and what I do. So all done. So Uncle John, that was an 11, right?
You're pushing yourself, lad.
Oh, gotta ask. Oops, wrong one.
Yeah, it was the wrong one. 9-6 if you've got to have a score at all.
Okay. Yeah, I had to pull that out of you. Man, you're gonna sit here next to me. I'm gonna be the only one eating biltong. You're not gonna get any. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, just put beside that 9.6 weather assisted as well, John.
Oh, so
Okay.
now you're making it like child's play. Okay.
That was beautiful. I was beautiful. Excellent.
Thank you.
Please don't talk about biltong.
You missed that.
Wow, man.
Make some. I made my own biltong machine here at home. I haven't used it in a while. I need to do that again. Make some of my own ones.
I
Can you tell
tried
me
some they made in the UK, and it's nothing like our biltong.
I'm sure.
Can you tell me what that is?
It's like beef jerky, but the South African style. We've got our own style of making it. You know, put the meat in some spices, dry it out, you know, and then eat it as dried out meat, basically. It's very nice.
Is it very dry though?
No. It depends on how many days you hang it to dry. I mean, if you eat it, yeah, you can obviously see and feel the texture. So some people like it nice and moist, and some people like it really dry. So it all depends on your taste. You know, I mean, it takes a good 3, 4, 5 days to actually dry out in my machine. So if you want it on day 3 and you still want it nice and moist, it's fine. You just take it. Sounds nice, Christer. of the APU.
Well, it's a means of preservation, meat preservation.
Yeah. When the old fur trackers decided Cape Town wasn't big enough for them in the English, and they decided to take the ox wagons and go explore the inland, that was one of the ways they sustained themselves. You know, they would make the biltong, and you know, that's the source of meat and protein that they had. So it comes a long way.
I'm just wondering, is there going to be a Skymatic stream with the guest pilot when John gets there?
I think so. I think we'll have to make a plan, definitely. I'm unfamiliar with this airport, guys, so I'm just going to go past these couple of cowboys standing and then find a parking. Looks like there's jetways in the front. I'm not sure. We'll see. Now, we'll have to do a stream together at least, you know, once or 3 times or maybe more. We'll see.
Will you be able to mic both of you?
Yeah, yeah. Uncle John said he'll bring his iPad, so he'll
iPad.
have his headset plugged into the iPad, and I'll use my one, and we'll take it from there.
Excellent.
When you start hearing a whole bunch of screaming, "Oh, ouch, stop, no, don't hit me," then obviously we'll mute it, you know.
That's funny.
I'll come back and give you a score after we're done beating each other, you know. Uncle John?
Well, I've already got your score sheet in the case.
Okay, all right. When you hear 10, just listen very carefully at the microphone, because you would have heard a click just before he said 10. That's probably me cocking the gun. Okay, so he's going to give me a 10 either way. He's going to give me a 10. I'm telling you now. By hook or crook, he's going to give me a 10. Hello, Mert.
In your dreams, lad, in your dreams.
Ach, Uncle John. If you did not hear a sound, you know I gave him $50 under the table. You know, we'll make a plan. Somehow we got to get it. What's wrong, Mert? Tell us, what criticizing do you want to do?
Everybody's in suspense.
Look at the little vortex depiction there from the wingtip. You see? Yeah, I like it. I like this fog.
Be careful, Mert, because Zibo could quite possibly be watching.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just don't be nasty, please.
This is Stock Airport.
Yes.
Yeah, he's making a comment that it's been raised in the orgs.
Mert, obviously, if it's wrong, it will be fixed. McTrying just mentioned that they have mentioned this in the forum, so then obviously Zibo is aware and they will fix it.
Yeah, that's a nice little bit of vapor trail.
Mm.
Yeah, that looks great.
I hate it that this thing takes a pause every time I take a screenshot. I don't know why it's so bad. Terrible. Pureta, good day, good day. Welcome. Let's have a look see. That one again. Just zoom in a little bit more.
Whereabout in Spain, sir?
Um, I'm not going to tell you the whole story. It's private between me and Zibo, obviously, and the rest of the team. So, but Zibo's busy making big changes in the Zibo. So just hang tight, guys. There's a lot of changes coming. Ooh, I want to try this again, but I want to try and catch it when it actually shows the beacon light. That's really cool. I love this. Wow.
Looks like you had a wet runway, huh?
Mm. Mert, I'm not going to give you specifics. Like I said, it's flyable, it works, but there are certain systems that have been switched off on purpose, and other work is being done on them, and so on. So that's the end of that at this point in time. We just wait. Zibo's busy. He's got a lot of work to do. Let's see if I can catch that beacon light. Too slow. Too fast. There we go. Got some. Keep on missing it. Oh, but that looks sweet. Right,
Yeah,
well,
that was a very nice landing.
I think so too. I think so too. Speaks of professional, piloting skills, I suppose. Anyway,
Well,
gentlemen, yeah,
I would say definitely a non-beginner.
yeah. So,
Well, just.
Uncle John, just a non-beginner. That is so sweet of you. You bless me with this very nice um story. That you love me, and then you go and talk nonsense like that. I.
Excuse me.
You need to give me a 10. Come on, come on. I'm going to throw a
Listen,
tantrum now.
you got a 9.6. Be
If
thankful.
you got a 10,
Uh,
what would your incentive be to keep on flying?
Thank you, Mac.
no, then I go home. I'm finished. I'm done. You guys can find another Nico.
There'll never be another Nico.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
What are you saying? One Nico in this world is a...
No, I can vouch for myself. If I had another Nico in my business, we would have been multi-millionaires already. Just need one more
Bless you,
guy like
Krista.
me. Krister, yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we're a great group of guys. I don't know everybody that's watching on stream, but everybody here on live on air and also on Discord, and then the guys whose names I do know and pick up from the stream. You guys are awesome. I love having you around and having you on my stream. And if I can teach you something or we can have a good laugh together, it's fine. I appreciate that. It really works for me. Um, and obviously we say a lot of things tongue in cheek, so don't take us too seriously. You'll hear the mode change in my voice when I'm really serious. Anyway, okay.
Trust me, we're family.
Yeah, we are all of us. Gentlemen, I don't want to bore you guys on stream with another replay, but I seriously want to take a few more screenshots. You're welcome to hang around and you're welcome to leave as well, but I really want to see if I can get some super screenshots here. Bye-bye, Krister.
Cheers,
I think
guys. Thanks for having me on board.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Krista.
Thanks, Jose.
Take care, guys.
I think John was a little stingy with that rating.
Oh, shut up. Shut up.
Oh, you're going to get in a fight now.
No. I don't believe in perfection, but maybe like a 9.8.
No, 9-6. I've made the decision. End of.
Yeah, Uncle John. But thank you, Joe, for that. I will always remember you fondly for that. Hallo Roan, dit gaan goed, dankie en jy. Check there. Blogs has given me a 10.
Yeah, but he don't count.
No, he does. He does. He is one of my people. He counts.
He's not an official scorer.
Okay.
Hang on. We know John's score is out of 10, but we don't know what Blogs' score
Oh, yeah,
is
he's
out
probably
of.
scoring
Is
out
that
of 20.
10 out of a... Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah. Yeah. You see.
Null and void. Null and void.
Yeah, the jealousy. Oh.
See, I don't creep.
Uncle John. Uncle John.
Just remember, you want him to pick you up at an airport, JR. You
It's
might
up
have
to him.
to
It's up to
choice.
him. Listen, I've got something in my luggage that he desperately wants. Don't worry about me being picked up. I'll be picked up.
I'll send one of these minibus taxis with AK-47s. They'll get it from you. You don't worry.
Hey, Nico, just nip into the arrivals lounge and pick up his bag and disappear.
Well, I'm not even going to do it. I'll just send those guys with the AK-47s. Uncle John.
Mac, there's nothing to pick up. It's in the hand luggage. It won't be leaving my sight.
Oh.
This
Yeah,
nice
you'll hand
one.
it over, John.
So
and
my
then it's the
thought of
lions
you
for you.
So my thought of you attaching it to the table on the seat in front isn't too far-fetched.
No, none at all.
Can you imagine if they don't let you take it on board? They'll, for some reason.
In which case it'll have to go in the hold. But it's hand luggage. There's no reason why they shouldn't.
Oh, just now they do think you're going to be able to fly the plane. Thanks, Ruan.
You'll have to get the mobile version of XP as well, JR, so that
I've
you
got
can
it.
plug
I've got
the
it
stick.
on my iPad.
Oh, so you plug it in and then you fly that plane and you show that woman sitting next to you, check, I'm going to land this plane here now.
That'd terrify them. Fabulous.
Puretta, the whole story with FinRes and alternate and so on is a whole debate on its own. When I use my PFPX, which I've just closed down, there's a very complex formula running behind the scenes that actually gives me the appropriate one, which is something that I researched when I made the Lido format for myself. But in essence, if you take your alternate and your FinRes and add them together, you're going to get as close as you really need to get to the reserve fuel. And if you want to, add more, subtract more, well, that's entirely up to you. Let me just land this plane quickly. I'll pause it or take it back up because now obviously I'm unable to take screenshots while I'm talking to you. Let me just take it back up and pause it there for a second. Let me show you. So if you look at my PFPX there, I've actually got a line there that runs the formula, which tells me it needs to be 1.8. So when we use SimBrief, I just use a rule of thumb and I quickly add the two values together and I just say, okay, well, find the alternate is 722 and the reserve is 1126. So if you add that two up, it goes a little bit beyond 1.8, but 1.8 is good enough for me. So those two lines there. All right, let's see if we can get more screenshots. I don't know why this is intriguing me so much, but I love these screenshots that's coming from this landing. Oh, let me get rid of Adobe. Ooh, the ghost of Christmas past is coming. Look at that. It's a
When
pleasure.
you zoom back out there, that condensation of the wingtips made it almost look like the osprey was coming.
Yeah, almost. I need some more desktop background, so this is gonna come in handy. Really handy.
Oh, look at that smile on its
Oh
face.
yeah.
Looks like a shark. See his
Yeah.
jaws up.
I wish it didn't pause like that every time I take a screenshot.
Do you know the only sad thing about this?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, we were discussing the other day and saying your livery looks a bit dull coloured.
Yeah.
Could have been done with it being a brighter coloured livery.
Yeah. When I speak to Jacques next time, I'll ask him to brighten it up a little bit, make it more vivid.
Or just get the polish out and go and polish it.
I'm not too clever for that. That's where that bit
Maybe
comes
it's just the paint's a bit oxidised. It just needs a bit of cut.
in. Yeah.
Be careful, Mac. You'll have me doing that for the bloody fortnight I'm there.
Good one, good one. All right, well, gents, that's it for me then. Thank you so much, everybody on stream who came to watch and joined in the discussion, and everybody on Discord. We'll see you guys later then. If you can make it 1700 Zulu to come back here, I'll try stream the flight again. And if you want to join us on Discord, obviously do that. If you can fly with, it will be very, very super of you to try. We'll do it on Watson. If you don't want to do it on Watson, at least fly with us, on your own. But come at least try say hello on Discord, meet everybody and just become part of the family that way as well. But until then, bye bye and enjoy the rest
Goodbye.
of your day.
Toodle pip.